blaming NATO for Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Absolutely shameful.
Order! When the honourable gentleman says you...
Now let's watch this guy who looks vaguely familiar get absolutely roasted in the House of Commons. Yes, Nigel Farage graced the chamber for once and took a day off from his main job of race baiting and dinghy spotting to bore the pants off everyone in the legislation on the Diego Garcia military base when Minister of State for Europe, North America and Overseas Territories Stephen Doughty decided to tell a few home truths.
He was, of course. I will give way to the Minister.
Minister Doughty.
Chair, I'm surprised that the honourable gentleman has the gall to come here and talk about national security today when the former leader of his party in Wales admitted taking bribes from Russia and when again he has been using talking points right from the Kremlin blaming NATO for Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Absolutely shameful. The Mauritian Attorney General was interviewed on Mauritian TV today, Madam Chair, and he said regarding his tweets, the honourable gentleman's tweets claiming that Mauritius was negotiating a lease on Paros Banos, that this was, and I quote, a gross falsehood and a political gimmick. And he talks about the United States. The Defence Secretary, Secretary Hegseth for War, he has said Diego Garcia is a vital military base for the United States. The UK's deal with Mauritius secures the operational capabilities of the base and key US national security interests in the region. We are confident the base is protected for many years ahead. Why is the United States backing this deal if anything that he says is true?
I can assure you America is not backing this.
At this point, he should have said, I can assure the minister, not you.
Deal. What it's saying is what we have is what we hold. That's the American attitude right at the moment. But of course, as I say, when they wake up to the deal, the satellite observation deal done with India already, as reported in the Economic Times of India on the 12th of September this year, and once you realise, and they realise...
Order! When the honourable gentleman says you, he's referring to me. Perhaps he'd refer to the minister as the minister.
What a belt up. Stephen Doughty, absolutely spot on about the Russian stooge that he is, who's a traitor to this country, which does beg the question, doesn't it? Was our traitor Nigel Farage also bought and paid for by the same people who paid for Nathan Gill to punt Russian propaganda? Also remember, our traitor Farage is also the same person who took a trip to America to demand that they put economic sanctions on us. So, all I can say is, well done Stephen Doughty for calling out his dribble. Also love the bit at the end of Caroline Notes, because let's be honest, the reason why he was losing it is because Stephen Doughty absolutely rattled him, didn't he? Absolutely brilliant. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below and I shall bid you farewell and take care, my friends.